Story 1. The Spectral Enigma. The Midnight Tower Hotel, an architectural marvel that stood tall and imposing amidst the city's bustling streets. Its towering presence, coupled with a rich history, drew visitors from far and wide. Eager to indulge in its allure, I booked a room, unaware of the chilling secrets that lurked within its hallowed halls. As I stepped into the hotel's opulent lobby, a sense of grandeur washed over me. The air was thick with the scent of polished wood and flickering candlelight. The concierge greeted me with a polite smile, and I made my way to room 1211, my anticipation mounting with each step. The room itself was a blend of elegance and comfort, the furnishings exuding a timeless charm. I settled in, eager to embrace the tranquility of my temporary abode. However, as darkness descended and the moon cast an eerie glow through the window, an unsettling presence filled the room, shattering the illusion of serenity. The air grew heavy, laden with an inexplicable energy that sent a chill down my spine. Peculiar sounds echoed through the walls, a soft tapping like distant footsteps, and whispers that teased the edges of audibility. I dismissed them at first, attributing them to the hotel's age and settling. Yet, as the nights wore on, the paranormal activity intensified. Shadows flickered at the corners of my vision, fleeting glimpses of ethereal figures that vanished as soon as I turned to face them. The whispers grew more distinct, their voices laced with an otherworldly sorrow. Driven by both curiosity and a sense of trepidation, I embarked on a quest to uncover the hotel's enigmatic past. My research revealed that the Midnight Tower had been witness to a tragic fire that had claimed many lives decades ago. It was said that the spirits of the deceased lingered, trapped within its walls. Armed with this knowledge, I delved deeper into the hotel's archives, searching for answers. I uncovered testimonials of guests who had encountered the supernatural, a chilling chorus of experiences that echoed my own. It became evident that the Midnight Tower's spectral inhabitants craved acknowledgement and release. One night, as the clock struck midnight, I felt an irresistible pull, an invisible force guiding me through the labyrinthine corridors of the hotel. Whispers echoed in my ears, urging me toward the uppermost floor, to the infamous 13th floor, an area long rumored to be abandoned. Ascending the staircase, each step seemed to vibrate with a spectral energy. The air grew icy, and a profound stillness settled over me. I pushed open the door to the 13th floor, and a chilling sight greeted me. The remnants of a forgotten ballroom, its grandeur faded, and its walls stained with the echoes of a bygone era. Amidst the decay, specters materialized, their presence melancholic and ethereal. They yearned to share their stories, to find peace and closure. Through whispered voices, they recounted their final moments, their hopes and dreams cut short by the fire that had consumed them. Driven by empathy and a sense of duty, I vowed to help the spirits find solace. We embarked on a journey of remembrance, revisiting the ballroom's tragic past. Together, we pieced together the fragments of their lives, uncovering hidden truths and unearthing forgotten memories. The crescendo of our efforts led us to a hidden compartment within the hotel, concealed behind a centuries-old tapestry. Inside, we discovered artifacts linked to the fire, charred remnants, and personal belongings that bore witness to the lives lost. In a collective act of reverence, we performed a ritual, honoring the memories of the departed and granting them the release they so desperately sought. The 13th floor shook with a spectral energy, and a blinding light enveloped the ballroom as the spirits ascended to a realm beyond our own. As dawn broke, the Midnight Tower basked in an ethereal tranquility. The shadows that had haunted the hotel's halls dissipated, replaced by a sense of serenity. The Midnight Tower became a symbol of resilience and redemption, a testament to the power of compassion and the unyielding strength of the human spirit. As I bid farewell to the Midnight Tower Hotel, a profound gratitude filled my heart. I carried with me the memories of those spirits, forever touched by their presence. And in the quiet corners of my mind, I vowed to never forget the enigmatic enigma of Midnight Tower, a place where the veil between the living and the dead is forever intertwined. Story 2. The Haunting Melody. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, signaling the arrival of another twilight. I found myself drawn to an old, abandoned mansion nestled deep within the countryside. It stood as a haunting monument to forgotten tales, its weathered facade telling stories of a bygone era. Little did I know that within those crumbling walls, a malevolent presence waited to unleash its torment upon my unsuspecting soul. As I stepped through the grand entrance, a chill snaked down my spine, permeating the air like an icy grip. The stale scent of decay lingered, mingling with the palpable aura of desolation. The mansion's halls were cloaked in darkness, save for slivers of moonlight that filtered through cracked windows, casting eerie patterns on the worn floor. Curiosity propelled me forward, deeper into the heart of the mansion. Each creaking floorboard echoed through the silence, as if the house itself whispered warnings of the impending terror. Shadows danced along the walls, their ethereal movements playing tricks on my mind, heightening my senses to the impending supernatural encounter. A haunting melody drifted through the air, soft and melancholic. Its hypnotic strains tugged at my heartstrings, drawing me further into the labyrinthine corridors. As I followed the ghostly tune, it became apparent that the source lay beyond a set of ornate double doors, beckoning me with irresistible allure. With trembling hands, I pushed the doors open, revealing a grand ballroom frozen in time. Moonlight bathed the room, casting an ethereal glow upon the once opulent space. Dust particles danced in the air, stirred by the ghostly presence that lingered within. The haunting melody intensified, its sorrowful notes intertwining with the murmur of unseen spirits. A spectral figure materialized at the grand piano, their fingers gracefully caressing the keys. The room came alive with a symphony of otherworldly musicians, their instruments manifesting as if summoned by the ethereal conductor. As the melody wove its spell, a sense of foreboding crept over me. I realized I had stumbled upon a performance that defied the boundaries of the living world, an eternal concert of lost souls, forever trapped in a haunting requiem. Unable to resist the allure, I became part of the spectral ballet, twirling and swirling through the grand ballroom. The music possessed me, pulling me into a vortex of emotions, both beautiful and terrifying. It was a dance of ecstasy and despair, a hypnotic display of the ethereal realm. But as the song reached its crescendo, the atmosphere shifted. The haunting melody transformed into a dissonant cacophony, discordant notes jarring against my senses. The spirits' visages contorted, their ethereal forms warping into grotesque manifestations of anguish. Fear clutched at my throat as I realized the spirits were not benevolent guides to the afterlife, but tormented souls trapped in a cycle of eternal suffering. Their symphony had become a torturous lament, a never-ending nightmare. Driven by instinct, I fought against the invisible chains that bound me to the spectral performance. With a surge of willpower, I broke free from the dance, my body and mind screaming for release. I raced through the hallways, each step an escape from the clutches of the malevolent specters. Finally, I burst through the mansion's doors, gasping for breath as the cool night air washed over me. The haunting melody faded into the distance, leaving behind a trail of lingering dread. I had escaped the clutches of the supernatural, forever changed by the encounter with those tortured souls. As I walked away from that haunted mansion, I carried with me a newfound appreciation for the fragile balance between the realms of the living and the dead. The haunting melody remained etched in my memory, a haunting reminder that not all spirits are benevolent guides, and that some melodies can ensnare the unwary in a never-ending nightmare. Story 3. Shadows of the Sapphire Inn. The Sapphire Inn stood as a majestic monument in the heart of the city, a beacon of luxury and elegance. Its opulent lobby welcomed guests with gleaming marble floors and a crystal chandelier that sparkled like stars. Little did I know that my stay in this illustrious hotel would unveil a terrifying secret lurking beneath its glamorous facade. As I checked into my room, the promise of a peaceful retreat beckoned. The door to room 508 swung open, revealing a sanctuary adorned with plush furnishings and floor-to-ceiling windows. The anticipation of a relaxing evening washed away any inklings of the horrors that awaited me. night settled like a heavy curtain and I retired to my bed, seeking solace in the embrace of slumber. But as my eyes closed, a strange energy suffused the room. A faint, almost imperceptible whisper drifted through the air, sending a shiver down my spine. I dismissed the whisper as a figment of my imagination, attributing it to the settling of an old building. However, as the nights wore on, the whispers grew louder, their words becoming intelligible fragments that echoed through the darkness. Driven by curiosity and a growing unease, I delved into the hotel's history. What I discovered sent a chill coursing through my veins. The Sapphire Inn had once been a hospital during a bygone era, its hallways bearing witness to the suffering and pain of countless souls. As the clock struck midnight, a different world awakened within the hotel's walls. The air turned heavy, a palpable tension that defied explanation. Shadows danced in the corners of my room, their movements fluid and sinuous, as if guided by an unseen force. I was not alone. One night, as I lay awake, a spectral figure materialized at the foot of my bed. Its haggard appearance spoke of a tortured existence, its hollow eyes piercing into my soul. It reached out with ethereal hands, beckoning me to follow. A mixture of terror and morbid fascination propelled me forward, tracing the path the apparition had taken. The hotel's once luxurious hallways transformed into a labyrinth of darkened corridors and desolate rooms. Whispers filled with sorrow and anguish reverberated through the air. The lost souls of the hospital's past yearned for release, their voices blending into a chorus of desperation. They shared their tales of pain, sickness, and untimely death, stories that had been swept under the rug, buried in the annals of time. Driven by a deep-seated empathy, I embarked on a quest to uncover the truth, to give a voice to the forgotten, to bring light to their darkest hours. Together, we sought solace and redemption. As I explored the abandoned sections of the hotel, I stumbled upon hidden chambers, once used for experimental treatments. These rooms exuded a malevolent energy, a residue of suffering that clung to the walls. It was within these depths that I unearthed the harrowing secrets that had been long concealed. Armed with the revelations, we gathered in the heart of the hotel, the grand ballroom that had once been a makeshift operating theater. Amidst the haunting melodies of the past, we performed a ritual of remembrance, allowing the spirits to finally find peace. As the last notes of the ritual echoed through the room, a serene stillness settled upon the Sapphire Inn. The specters dissipated, their presence fading like a wisp of smoke. The hotel, once plagued by the tormented souls, was released from its haunted legacy. I checked out of the Sapphire Inn with a profound sense of relief, leaving behind the shadows of its haunted past. The grandeur of the hotel remained intact, but beneath the surface, the stories of the forgotten souls whispered in the wind. The Sapphire Inn now stood as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of acknowledging the past. It serves as a reminder that the echoes of history are not easily silenced, and sometimes it is up to the living to give voice to those trapped in the shadow.